Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is another analog photography video using my snap camera, which is the one that I've been using a lot recently. It's just so easy to use, it's so compact, which means it's just really easy to take out with me, especially when I've got my son and our bag and all the other stuff. And it's just really easy, quick and simple to use. There's not a lot of options, not a lot of settings that you can change, but I don't mind that when I'm just taking these like quick, cheerful, fun snaps. I used a colour film, obviously, which was ISO 400, and I think it was Kodak. And these are some pictures that we took at Temple Museum. This one was actually taken by my son, so it's actually pretty good shot, I think. And then this is one that I took of him. And they have a rhododendron walk, and I love rhododendrons. I just think they're so pretty, and they were all out in May. We actually got there, they were starting to wilt a little bit, so we'd kind of maybe missed them at their peak, but they still looked really, really pretty, all the pinks and purples and reds. That was also a shot by my son as well, so not quite as successful perhaps. And then this is a shot that I got of just like all of the bushes, trees, whatever they are, all together, and they're just so like colourful and bright and impactful, and it just it looks really good. Um, and then this is a different trip that we took when we went on our kind of summer holiday, but it was actually in May, and we went to the Lake District. And so this is a beach that we walked along. Fortunately, the sand isn't very sandy in this part, and it's more kind of muddy. You can also see that the weather wasn't quite as bright and sunny as we would have liked. It was actually quite nice. It was just a little bit grey and overcast. Occasionally there was a little bit of drizzle, but the sun did actually peek out towards the end. And so you can see some of the pictures are perhaps a little bit overexposed because it was awkward sky when it's that kind of weather. I don't know. Like I said, you can't really adjust any of the settings on the camera, so I'm just at the mercy of the light and the film, I guess, and that's about it. This is my son playing in like a crack in the sand, so there was quite a lot of like big craters almost that we had to leap across. And we were also looking to see if we could find any crabs. We did find quite a few that had died, but unfortunately no alive crabs, which was a shame. And then this is just like a big expanse of the sand that we could see. The tide was out, thankfully. This is a bird sanctuary. That's what you call it, an RSPB place. And so it's just quite nice. It's kind of a marshy area for the birds. And then we kind of wander around through the area looking for birds. So my partner there with our son is carrying like the big proper camera on his back. I had been doing a lot of carrying of our son, and then I had my like little snap camera as well. And this is my son just kind of peeking out from behind some ferns, I guess, or some bushes. There's a lot of greenery in this shot, which is quite nice. And he's also wearing like green stripes and green shorts or trousers. I can't quite tell. And then this is another day on our trip, and it was just a little walk that we found when we went to Windermere. I went to park our car like a mile away from the centre of Windermere because it was so busy. And we found these little piers, and then this is a selfie, of course, of me. Can't help but do a selfie, and then I have the water in the background. That's Lake Windermere in the background, as I was standing on the edge of the pier, trying not to fall in. And then this is a completely different trip where we went to visit some of my partner's family, and this was actually in Shropshire, a place called Iron Bridge, which apparently was the first iron bridge, and that's why it's a significant place. I don't know too much about it, but this was the river underneath the bridge, and there are actually some people in either canoes or kayaks. We couldn't quite figure out what the difference was. We think maybe kayaks. This is the aforementioned bridge. I feel like this shot is a little bit like blurry or perhaps a double exposure or something. It's a bit hard to tell because of the where the ironwork is, but it looks like there's a couple of like there's some movement on the bridge. I'm not 100% sure. And then this is a little walk that we did also while we were staying in Shropshire, and it was just a local walk to see if we could find anywhere for a bit of a wander around. We didn't really. This was like on the little road, and then this was a field alongside it, and then this was actually a forest school near a campsite, but it wasn't actually open, so we just popped our heads in, as it were, and then left. But those are the best pictures on this roll of film. I think it's pretty successful. Let me know what you think in the comments and do give me a like and a subscribe.